Warmed up here. We got DL Hughley coming in today.
Yes.
We got Michael Moore calling the show today.
Michael Moore's calling?
Yep. You saw his movie Sicko, right?
Yep.
All right, we'll talk about that next. How's that?
Yeah.
And Michael Moore lost his you-know-what on CNN the other night. We got the audio. It's pretty good.
Lost his mind, his patience, his...
You're going to have to stick around to find out. No. He still has that. And, of course, if you have something for the show, 877-212-5762. It's the Opie and Anthony Show.
Now, how about the Imus debacle? I want to get your take on this, because I know you always have...
You know what? I tell you what. Freedom of speech is kind of a zero-sum, proposition. Either you believe in it or you don't. Now, whether you agree with what Imus says or not, I found it funny. He had the right to say it. You know what? It has never been about what somebody called you. It's what you answer to that's the deal. I mean, I wouldn't take Don Imus serious. He looked like a werewolf that didn't finish changing, don't he? Yeah. Looked like he was just about to be a werewolf, but then the sun came out. Sharpton was on TV more than the women of Rutgers. He did. At one point, I thought he played for Rutgers. I'm like, who's the chubby chick with the perm? The chubby chick with the perm. All this marching he's doing, he can't lose no weight? Are you kidding me? And then let's face it, he called them hoes, nappy-headed hoes, and they weren't hoes. But it was some nappy-headed women on that team. Shut up, I'm gonna say it, I don't give a damn, y'all like it or not, you know it's true. Them are some of the ugliest women I ever seen in my whole life.
Thank you, good night, everybody. Ross here, thank you.
Let me tell you something, if you can palm a basketball and braid your own hair, somebody gonna say something about you, you understand? Oh, the first time they had makeup on was a press conference, you kidding me?
And we're back with the Opie and Anthony Show. The double standard is alive and well.
That's great.
That's DL Hughley. He's coming in about an hour and a half.
How great is that he did that on Leno?
Amazing.
Leno wasn't a baby about it. He kept it, you know what I mean? And that was when he could have gotten in trouble.
Right at the heat of that controversy. Jumped on there, said it like it was.
Yeah, we got another clip. You want to hear it?
Sure.
And this is what I'm saying. This is my whole point.
Yeah.
I don't believe that you have to look at something and if it's politically incorrect, you decide that that's not funny. You can understand, you can laugh at anything you want to. Now they want to say, now Jesse and Al and everybody, you don't, like white people are wondering how come I can't say the N word or the B word or the H word. You can. You can say whatever. I wouldn't do it in Inglewood.
Right.
Like, how come rappers get to do it? You know, the only cool thing about being black is you get to say stuff other people can't say. But if you want, we can trade. We'll rule the world, and you guys. And we'll throw in sickle cell and police brutality just because we
He just killed on Leno. Absolutely killed. There's one more. It's a quickie, and then we'll move on with the show.
Now, should Don Imus have gone on Al Sharpton?
No, man. No, he shouldn't apologize. He said what he said, and that was it. You don't have to. I'm glad that our black leaders have their priorities together because, it's amazing because 1 in 3, 93% of black people in this country are killed by other black people. 1 in 3 black people in this country can't read, and more black men are in prison than in college. But we went after Don Imus. We finally got the one white guy that was responsible for holding us back.
Right.
Thank God stuff will get better now. That's all I'm saying.
There you go. Where's Al when it comes to that stuff? Where's Al?
Great point, man.
Yeah, we'll talk more with DL Hughley about some of this stuff later on this morning. Yeah. Is he playing Caroline's? Is that why he's coming in today?
I do not. Does anybody have his info?
I think he is. I do believe that's the reason.
He'll sell out wherever he's playing.
Well, we met him in Washington because he was doing his HBO special the same time Jimmy was. And he was staying at the hotel, and we had a great little chat there. And he can't wait to come on our show, so we're excited.
I did Tough Crowd with him twice. That was how I met DL back in 2003. And I didn't think we were going to get along at first because I figured out politically we're completely opposite.
Yeah.
It's great, man. Yeah.
Yeah,
he
speaks his mind.
Yes.
And he's allowed to because he's black.
He's allowed.
Double standard is alive and well. We'll talk about that with him.
But he would never ask you not to speak your mind.
No.
I'm not playing. Yeah, absolutely.
It's white guys in suits that ask you not to speak your mind because they're the guilt-ridden ones. He's not. He's great.
As cool as Leno is, I think if a white comic went on right around the time Imus got kicked off the air and tried to do exactly what DL Hughley, what you just heard, no way.
Yes.
It's not flying. They're going to be like, no.
Yeah.
That's one of the problems that we're having, this double standard thing.
Yeah, it's very difficult to work with.
It's
when
all
you're
over,
doing radio.
It's all over the news since we're back in New York here, and they got the kind of the cop killer. Got to call him the cop killer because he pretty much killed this guy's life.
Well,
I mean, the guy's still holding on, but he's paralyzed. He took
it's real bad, yeah.
A 45 right to the head.
Yeah.
Two. I think he had
Two shots to
two
the
shots
head.
to the face.
2. Ugh.
And they found these animals in the Poconos.
Yeah, just kind of hanging out in the woods.
Could you find a place where black people would blend in less than beautiful Mount Airy Lodge?
Mount Airy Lodge. They were all found in one of those big champagne glasses in a hotel room. They set the dogs after him.
Yeah.
The bloodhounds. And that was it. They found him. Found him in some bushes.
Well, they found Dexter on the side of the highway. Is that true?
Yeah.
He was just kind of walking on the side of the highway, and then they found the other guy kind of in the woods, sitting up against a tree with a hood kind of covering his face, and he was begging for mercy as the cops, approached him. And,
Yeah.
And he's screaming, I don't have a gun, I don't have a gun, please. He was begging.
I should have just... There's no cameras in the woods. That's it. There's no video cameras in the woods. You could say there was a little resist thing. You take out the clubs, you tune them up a bit, and then you take them in.
Yeah.
I mean, they had to do some symbolic things like the cuffs they used to cuff them were one of the cops' cuffs
Yeah.
that they were using.
Well, the guy that's clinging to life,
Yeah.
Timothy there.
I'd love to say his last name, but I keep
I
forgetting.
mean,
it
Russell.
because
Why did I say Timothy? I'm sorry.
His
Russell.
last name is Timoshenko.
Yeah,
so
that's
Yeah.
That's why I got a little confused. Yeah, Russell Timoshenko. His cuffs they used to cuff these guys when they found him in the Poconos.
Yeah.
Too bad they couldn't use his gun.
There you go.
Too bad they couldn't use his gun.
There you go. Get those shots off that maybe he missed getting off.
Street justice.
Right.
Too bad, but they got him.
And now they're looking into whether these guys were using these stolen cars that they were, because the one guy had a job at a car dealership. He had a job at a car dealership, and they were stealing cars from there and using them for various criminal activities, prostitution,
And like we were talking
robberies.
Picking up hookers or making girls hook?
Making girls, yeah. Still kind of
about, what does
recruiting.
What does that all matter? The one guy's definitely going to jail for life. He's not going to get the death penalty. We talked about that earlier this week.
Well,
we
now
don't use the
new
death
debate.
penalty.
New debate, of course, because of these events. That if you kill a cop, you should get the death penalty in New York.
Well, that's mandatory, I think,
yeah,
in Jersey,
that's like
especially in uniform, because they're targets in uniform.
Yep, exactly.
ain't-
Target.
It ain't going to happen.
No, of course it won't.
It's not gonna
Especially if it's a
happen.
black guy shooting a white guy, somebody will tap into the guilt of that and go, well, they had the history with the police. Some nonsense.
Enough.
So we got the two guys, but we're all like, all right.
Yeah, what do you do? Now it's just going to be like years and years of court battling. And
All right. So with Sam, what's up?
I want to see if Sam can take a copy of D.L. Hughley's one sheet. I'd like you to read what you wrote about D.L. Quickly.
Okay.
Not his Caroline's gig tonight through Sunday, but I'm saying from the bottom.
From the bottom.
D.L.'s also.
According to Wikipedia, there.
Why is this happening? No, Sam, just start
you said
reading.
from the bottom.
Just want to
No,
remind.
you're right.
Just want to remind everyone in the studio we're talking to 1 million people. All right, go ahead, Sam. Maybe a little energy.
So DL is promoting the new reality hidden camera show he is hosting on BET, SOB, Socially Offensive Behavior. The show premieres a week from Wednesday on July 25th at 10 p.m. and will air Wednesday nights after that.
Keep going.
DL just shot a 1-hour special for HBO called Unapologetic, which will air September 29th. He was one of the few comics who came out in support of free speech during the Imus controversy. He plays Simon Stiles on the
Let me
NBC.
just stop you here. I want you to go back over all the stuff you read and think if you left a word out somewhere.
Okay. Shot a 1-hour special for HBO called Unapologetic, which will air September 29th. No, he was one of the few comics who came out in support of free speech during the Imus controversy.
I don't have it.
I don't have it either.
Really?
I don't
Yeah.
know.
Okay.
We just wasted 10 minutes. Now give us the answer.
I don't have the sheet, I mean.
Danny, do you have the answer?
I think I caught it.
All right, what is it?
Is it the fact that he mentions DL's new show and then fails to mention What station it's on?
No, I said on BET.
Oh.
You gotta listen to your radio.
Oh.
I try to tune you out.
Oh.
What?
Tune you out. It's kind of like a radio thing.
Yeah.
Tuning.
What was the word, Jimmy?
Black. He was one of the few comics
Oh.
in support of free speech of Imus.
Yeah, a lot of comics were
Almost every comic.
coming out.
Almost
in
every
favor
comic
of-
understood. But he was pretty much the only
Yeah.
black comic. Yeah,
Very
because
few.
like stupid Steve Harvey, who does radio here in New York, was outraged. Whoopi was
Goldberg.
outraged, and they're comedians.
Yes.
But they didn't understand the whole thing.
Steve Harvey does a whole redneck bit.
Yeah,
which,
but-
fine, let him do it, but you then should not chastise another radio personality for doing some kind of a
Right.
racial stereotype. Or
I didn't mean to make that into a 40-minute bit. It was, it was only because...
But it is a good point.
It makes comics look like we're a bunch of, and this is all comics, not just me, but like
Yes.
a bunch of sissies who thought that was tasteless. He should be fired.
Why did you do that, Sam?
Well, I kind of meant it in a mainstream way, like on Leno or something. You didn't see any other comics on Leno.
They wouldn't be allowed to do what D.L. Hughley
Right.
did.
Which
That's the only
is
reason.
because-
They were all
yeah.
clamoring to get on Leno to talk about the Imus situation. Trust me on that.
Yeah, everybody was.
All right. So D.L. Hughley will be in 40 minutes. Checking out the Opie and Anthony show. In studio, D.L. Hughley.
What's up, man?
We met D.L. down in Washington. You were taping your HBO special the same, the day before, I guess, or something like that.
Night after.
Tell, and then myself, and then Deal.
You know, always the brother last. What type of stuff is that? Give him the Sunday? Can we give him Sunday?
Sunday.
Brothers like Sundays, don't they? 'Cause,
Yeah, it was cool, man. I had a really good time.
And DL walks into the studio. I'm like, oh, man, we played your appearance on Leno again. He's like, enough of that.
No, you know what it is. I don't, and I was just joking. I think people just need to light it. A joke's a joke. Well, you know what it is.
You don't have to tell us.
You could get suspended for actually having an opinion that's different than everybody else.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and they send you to the shop like you the defective robot. This is the bad robot.
Yeah.
He actually thinks differently than everybody else.
You have to be fixed.
right. Take the blue pill. Go back to the Matrix.
That's a great way to look at it.
And man, and you just, and I don't even understand. How do you get fired suspended from a show where people pay to hear the stuff y'all do?
Yeah, that's what we said.
Yeah, we got suspended for 30 days. And,
Right.
I mean, what happened to Imus almost happened to us, and all we're trying to do is entertain people.
Right.
And then
you got to do it the way.
And then you don't even get a chance to explain what happened that day, because all of a sudden they're running with like a 10-second clip from the bid on
Lawyers
CNN.
jump in.
Don't tell. You know what? Don't tell me. I mean, I'm telling you, literally, I've been boycotted and picketed. And,
Yeah.
I'm
Didn't they protest you in Dallas or
in
something?
Dallas, man. But it was just like the
what?
weakest. It's 3 dudes. and
But 3 dudes can have a lot of power. That's what we argue all the time. It's
Well,
like,
I
tell these
think-
special interest groups to shut up, and we're going to run our own company the way we want to.
But you know what the thing about it is, they can do that when you you literally work for a corporation, so you're a corporate shields. I mean,
Sure.
I'm not no disrespect.
Hey, none at all.
You're
None
corporate
taken.
whores. But
Not true. The comment was sponsored by Bud Light.
Brought to you by Bud Light.
But when
Always
you boycott a comedian, I don't work for nobody.
Yeah,
that
you're
just
pretty much
sells more tickets. What are you
Independent
doing?
contractor. You
Right,
can say whatever the hell you want. Who's going
Right,
to protest
right.
you?
I'm not going to fire me.
Yeah.
I'm the last one.
I've
I'll fire.
decided to fire myself.
Right.
You got to call a big press conference, get the podium, all the microphones. I've decided I am irresponsible.
Right.
I am firing myself.
I've had enough of my unintelligent comments, and I'm gonna.
Effective immediately.
Right. Oh,
How
man.
great would it be if you got in front of a bunch of press and started a boycott on yourself?
Right.
I'm going to announce a boycott
Hey,
on
man.
me.
Fantastic.
I'm gonna do it.
Do
Hey,
it.
you know what? I
Do it.
promise.
I'm serious.
Hey, Red. Look, that's what I'm gonna boycott myself.
Just boycott yourself.
Yeah, that'd be hilarious.
I'm gonna do it.
And they would be sitting there like,
I
well, we got to
promise.
run this on the
I'm
news.
gonna
It's D.L.
join the
Hughley.
people that are boycott. I'm gonna boycott myself.
Yeah.
I gotta hurry up because I got a show to do. I'll boycott myself in between shows.
In between shows.
I'm gonna call the news
You got to
and
make a
see if
living.
they'll watch me boycott.
Yeah. Now, I got to ask you.
That's hilarious.
They
That's
will.
the first bit I'm gonna do.
Oh, the news will, too. They're vultures.
Now, on radio, we already know we're not safe. Like, we're going to say something stupid, and we're just going to try to entertain somebody, and we're going to get in trouble again. But if
How
you're
does a grown man get in trouble?
But if you're a cartoon, or if you're doing the same type of material on a TV show or on a movie, it's fine. But radio, for some reason, we're the scums of society.
Radio. It's not just radio. It's music.
But
it's
the music, the rap thing is still
Radio's
going
just easy
strong.
to go
really,
after.
It really is not. And now that, you know what? I honestly, and I really respect anybody's right to disagree. I think it's arrogant to go, I don't like something, so I believe nobody should have the right to see it.
Mm-hmm.
That's what and that's just really, I don't, and people always, you're apologizing for Don Imus. Damn, Don, I don't know him, I never met him.
Mm-hmm.
I'm arguing for his right to say what he wants to say. That's all I'm saying. Because I am going to then say what I want to say.
That's
You had
right.
the best quote, too, about when they wanted you to apologize in Dallas. It was, I'm not going to apologize for making jokes about life as I see it.
Right.
And it's amazing, as comics, how they expect you to apologize, or you have to justify why you're laughing at something somebody said. It's disgusting.
I don't know the Dallas situation. What happened?
These
Can you say it, or?
ministers- Yeah, oh yeah, these ministers. And it's always, you know.
And this was something you did in a comedy club?
Well, no, it was Jay Leno.
Okay.
Right, they took the clip from Jay Leno. And they were upset that I made the joke.
Okay, it had something to do with that.
And and then they didn't want I was playing a performing arts center, and they didn't want me to play the performing arts center. So they called, just like Caroline's got a call, and the guy asked them to pull a show.
Oh,
No.
just because of what you said on Leno.
Yeah, but 3 months ago, like, what they getting this on teletype? Pony Express delivering this.
Special delivery message.
And then they said, you know, he called them. First off, I never call them hoes. But now they want to ban the word hoe, and I'll stop saying hoe when I stop seeing them. I know a few hoes. I really do. And I love hoes. I'm hoping to meet 3 or 4 tonight. What is, just because you stop saying hoe, they're going to stop? Like, what? Like,
It's going to disappear.
I mean, if 5 dudes claim to be your baby daddy at the same time, you a hoe. Let's move on. What is that all about?
You got to be politically
God
correct.
damn.
They're not hoes. They're girls who know the value of a dollar.
Right. I don't understand it, man. I don't.
Oh, man.
So it was very refreshing. He said, I ain't apologizing.
Right.
But it was a very eloquent way to put it, because it was without anger. You know, I tend to react too angrily and I lose my point. And it's like, but that was a perfect way to put it. And the way you explained it on Leno was a perfect way to put it about look, this is the reality and this is what I want to say.
Well, you know what it is? When people that are different, like I've said whatever I've said, I've been consistent from the beginning. If you watch me 10 years ago, I have the same point. John Rocker said something 10, 15 years ago on Kings of Comedy. I said he had the right to say it. This ain't new for me. I'm not a new guy who just all of a sudden, I've always felt like when Michael Richards said what he said, I didn't like it. He had the right to say it. I know if I say that word, if you call me a nigga and I know I ain't one, then why am I going to... How do you call somebody a hoe in Chicago and a woman in Florida get mad? What is it? Is it a hoe hotline? What is it? I mean, I
They're all
understand.
connected. You know that.
I don't understand. And I get that.
They're all sisters.
Right.
They're all sisters, man. They're sticking up for each other no matter what.
I get that some of the things that people say, but I am a nightclub act. That's
Right.
what people come out at night with drinks and nachos to hear me say some of the most vile shit you could say.
Right.
That's what they pay me for.
Right.
And I'm supposed to pretend like I don't say that? What committee on decency? Like even if you tell me about Don Imus, how does taking the show off the air that we didn't even know was on help us?
Yeah, I really don't think I don't think any of the Rutgers team was listening to Don Imus. They probably wouldn't have known about any of that if people that told them, "Hey, look, you better be affected by this."
And here's my thing. Anybody has the right to argue about my point. Anybody has the right to say I don't like that, and that you have the power to come see me or not see me. But if I got a microphone, I'm gonna say what the fuck I believe, not what you want me to believe. That's it.
Why not?
I'm not gonna let some dude that I don't even know tell me what I believe is decent. You don't know my experiences. I'd love to have Bill Cosby's career or Sinbad's career. I just don't see the world the way they do.
Bill Cosby more than Sinbad.
Right.
Yeah.
No, but I'm saying
Stop with Bill Cosby.
That was a great guy.
Sinbad up until 95.
But it's just like I don't get it, and it's just like then you do stuff that I don't understand. Like even if and I said this bit on my HBO special. I don't understand. We have real problems in our community, and if you're going to be a civil rights activist, you have to address the stuff that really goes on. 1 in 3 black people in this country can't read. 93% of black people in this country killed by other black people. There are more black men in jail than in college. You can worry about what Imus says, but I guess that makes sense because apparently that was the one white man that was holding us back.
Right.
Now that he's gone, Jubilee.
All those problems are going to be solved.
But it's easy though. That's the easy stuff.
It's the easy target and stuff, and I don't know why it just annoys the crap out of me that you can't get a black leader that addresses those issues seriously and gets to the point publicly where they're like up there and as well known as Al Sharpton is.
Well, here's the thing. I don't want to lead anybody. I don't want to change anybody's life. I'm going to just keep doing what I do. Like I don't think what I do is important. I don't think what I do matters. I don't care. I'm not I'm not standing on a podium saying like they have a tendency to kind of say since I said it, it's reflective of a view I have of the whole thing. No, man. Here's the thing. I came from a nappy head mama, and I'm a nappy head daddy, and I got nappy head kids. I can't make a comment.
Yeah, you're not allowed.
I can't weigh in on this issue. It's just to me that. But if I will sit and say the same thing on Tom Joyner's show. I'll sit and say it on BET. I got a show on BET. But if I sit in front of white dudes, if I have the exact same conversation in front of white dudes, then I'm saying something crazy. I'm gonna be whoever I am. I said what I said on Jay Leno. I said it on BET. I'll say it on HBO. It don't make me a difference where I said. I'm gonna be who I am regardless of who's around me.
It seems that like a lot of times black guys, if you disagree a certain way, there's a whole other racial angle from other black people. Like white guys or white people, if we say something, conservatives will come after us or liberals will come after us. But it's almost like with black guys, you have the other angle of, hey, you're not following, you're kind of disagreeing publicly. Or you're saying something publicly in front of white people.
Well, I don't get the. I don't. You know what? All I can say is this. I don't get the memo. They didn't give me the memo. I never get the email that says what the part. Like I watch people get offended when Barack Obama got called articulate. You can't call him. You can't say the N word. Can't say articulate. You can't say nothing. And white people are going, what can we call these people that'll make them happy?
Some newscasters are like, he is very well spoken.
Right.
And it's like, well, what does that mean?
Right. Yeah. What are you getting at with that comment?
Right.
We're losing our minds in this country.
And you know what it is? I was doing a show, and this Asian dude, I said Oriental, and he hopped up and said, I'm not Oriental. I said, man, how do I know?
Right.
All I know is y'all all run from Godzilla the same way. That's all the hell I know. I don't know.
Orientals is stuff.
Right. I don't.
Yeah, that's from and for years it was Oriental guy, and then it changed and went from Oriental is a thing.
Right.
It's like an Oriental rug or something like that.
Right.
We are Asian.
I didn't
get
like
the memo.
I didn't know.
No one told me. Right. No memo came in.
Right.
I didn't get that.
I thought you guys were supposed to be on subscription radio. So that you can say.
Well, that's Well, that's on 9 o'clock. That's
9 o'clock. You curse.
We're still on regular.
We're on both
FM radio.
We're on both right now.
That's all right.
We're on regular till 9, and then we're on also on
Super unleaded.
Yeah.
Oh, then it becomes
I gotta stay till 9. Damn it! I gotta get on it.
Oh yeah, believe
this
me.
is like the White Def Jam. I'm into this.
Yeah, once 9 hits, all bets are off. But it got to the point because we work for, like you said, a corporation that you have to adhere to their rules, and it really isn't a freedom of speech issue because it's a freedom of whatever the hell the corporate ties want you to say or not say based on advertisers and stuff like that. But you have a mic, you get up on stage. Why the hell can't you say whatever you want?
Whatever. Here's the thing. Ultimately, it is the public that will decide if they'll tolerate from me.
Yep.
Right? It'll be the public. But people, and Jim, you've seen me. I talk about every single issue. I'm like, I talk about as many social issues as any comic I know. Mm-hmm. Like war, peace, the stem cell. I'll talk about anything. So they'll take one small thing that I said, and that will indict the whole thing. And I'm just saying this. I really personally don't believe. I believe freedom of speech is kind of a zero-sum proposition. I believe if I'm going to be able to say something, I can then I'll be hypocritical if I denied anybody else the right to say it. Like that's all. That's my whole.
There's common sense in when you say things and when you don't say things. There's basic common sense that will keep you from getting your ass beat.
Right.
That's for sure.
Right.
But I mean, especially in comedy, because comedy, there should be No limits, man. None. If you can make fun and make people laugh out of some heinous crap, you should be able to do it. That's a talent.
Right.
That is a genuine talent. If people aren't laughing, like you said, the public will decide and go, I saw that guy. He's just an ass. He's not funny.
You're not
I didn't
going to
like
go back
him.
to see him next time he's in town.
Or maybe some
whatever.
people see him, some people won't. But comedy is then put under this microscope for some reason of late, where even that is being treated, like I said, like National Public Radio.
Right.
Like this show is being treated with the same rules as NPR is.
Right.
Now, so if some guy on NPR gets up there and starts talking about
But
bitches,
only 4 people listen.
yeah, 4 people listening, and using the N word or whichever one you want to choose from. Now, there's a few N words we're not allowed to use. Then we're going to get in trouble. But comedy,
I just don't like to hear grown men
Say the N-word.
saying they're going to get in trouble.
in trouble.
That's
You're
what I
right.
don't like I'm not a kid. How's my father gonna come down there and take the keys away? What, I'm gonna get a whooping or something?
Remember when you were a kid and getting older meant you weren't going to get in trouble anymore.
That's what you get grown for.
Right, that's what you grew up
Do
for.
what you want.
That's what you took those beatings on your ass from your father. It was so you could grow up and not get
in
beat
trouble.
anymore
Right.
and get in trouble.
Here's my whole thing. It's just a matter of common sense. Now in New York they want to pass a bill that says you can't say the N-word.
Right.
Which okay.
Well, they buried it in Detroit.
But if you took a list of the problems that are in our communities, the N-word would be about 350th.
Oh.
How about this? Now the N-word, I don't know personally if it ever killed anybody, but pork chops and not exercising do. You know what I'm saying? They do.
That's going to creep up on you eventually.
You eat enough pork and sit there, and that's the deal. What tends to happen is that you can't say, hey, you know what? We're overweight. We don't do this. We don't do that. Then you're wrong.
Sure.
But you can say, make a symbolic gesture like killing the N-word. Like,
Yeah.
and the same day that you were symbolically burying the N-word, probably 4 brothers in Detroit really got buried because of violence.
Yeah.
So it's just dumb to me. And I don't pretend to know anything like that.
We were amazed that the mayor of Detroit went with that whole bit, like actually burying the N-word in a pine box at a funeral.
You know something?
It's
Yeah.
Uh,
like,
Kinda
what
hard
is
for the
this
mayor to
guy
not
doing?
show up,
though. The mayor kind of has to show up for that.
Right,
The mayor can't
right.
go, oh, that's silly.
Detroit.
Keep it alive.
We ain't talking about Vermont.
How about
Vermont wouldn't show up for that, but the mayor
But
of
it
Detroit
was
better.
just so silly to us.
How
Like,
about you
what are
show up at
doing?
other funerals, gang-related killing funerals, and speak out against that? That's a little more something to grab onto.
But that's real.
Than this
and the
symbolic
problem,
thing.
But that's real. You can't have. We don't really want. But just like in this, that is symptomatic of the whole country. We don't really want to do anything. We just want to give symbolic gestures. Like after 9/11, remember they had the National Guard standing around.
Oh yeah.
They didn't want to change anything. They just want people to think that they
Feel better about it.
and that's just it. So our job is as a comedian, and I just you want to keep pounding this ad nauseum. I'm not trying to change people's perceptions. I'm not trying to get a rallying group together. I'm not trying to get people to follow me. I don't want to change the world. I want to laugh at it.
Yeah.
I want it to stay just as vile and sick as it is, or I won't have any material.
Exactly.
We're losing
I
the
want it to
battle,
stay
though.
as stupid.
Something's got to change.
Yep.
You're
Well,
right.
some
though.
will.
If everything is great and everybody's getting along and there's racial harmony, you're on stage, you're going to go, hello.
Right.
Enjoy your drinks.
Everyone's out having fun.
Life sucks when everything is great.
They wouldn't even be at the comedy clubs. They'd be enjoying their lives.
Right.
Not just sitting there drinking like fish, saying, please, someone else, make me laugh. Everyone I know can't do it.
And Jim will tell you, as the harder stuff gets, the more depressed people are, the meaner the world gets, the better comedy does.
Absolutely. And again,
Yeah.
as long as you're not trying to change people's lives, it's
Right.
like, no, we're not that arrogant. We just want to make you laugh at it.
Right.
I'm not pompous enough to think that I have a tremendous influence.
Some of the best comics came out of some of the worst times, man. Look at the 60s, Vietnam, all the
But
talk
this is
about
not Vietnam.
Yeah.
That's what people don't understand.
Right.
This is our time. And I say that all the time. This is our kind of, there haven't been this kind of political and social upheaval since the 60s.
And a division of the country. Like, people are so divided on party lines and as far as the war goes. So there is this turmoil going on that comedians feed off of. But people are seeing it as this political incorrectness that needs to be thrown under a carpet somewhere.
Right.
No.
I'm your illegitimate child. You don't want to.
Yeah, please go. Tom, here's a couple of bucks. Get out of here.
Don't ever call me daddy.
Yeah.
But it's just, and I think that it is.
comedians, and I say this all the time, are like mirrors, and generally mirrors show you a lot of things you don't want to see. Mm-hmm. And that is what we're reflective of society. I didn't come from a foreign planet. I'm from this earth. I ain't from a vacuum. I've seen the same things you have. I've watched the same things you do. But I have a different experience. If I had the same kind of take that you did, I'd be the banker that's driving to work wanting to kill himself right now. Yeah. I'd be the guy who's going to a job. I love my job because I get the art. As somebody said this to me, Michael Dyson said this to me, and he said that art, and I consider comedy the highest form of art, makes you uncomfortable. Mm-hmm. It makes you, it's non-conforming. You're not supposed to sit down and go, wow, that really soothes me. Mm-hmm. If you want to be soothed, get some fish. I'm not here to I'm here to tell you, like, I'm not here to get a cat, a parakeet. I'm not that.
You want people questioning themselves, like, I can't believe I'm laughing at this. What is wrong with me?
He's absolutely right about the uncomfortable thing and stuff. Like, there have been movies I've watched, good movies. Mm-hmm. Sit there, watch them, they're done. You just don't even think about them again. Right. If there's a movie that, like, all of a sudden the credits start rolling and you're like, they better not start rolling the credits. Right. What the hell? You're not finished. Right. This movie isn't done yet. Right. And it gets you so pissed. Like, I'm sitting there with my chick discussing it an hour later going, what happened with this? Why did they do this? Because it's different than everything else. It left you feeling like you needed something more. It made you uncomfortable. Mm-hmm. I was pissed at when I was done. You know, sometimes it makes you more alive. It makes you discuss more. It makes you feel like you're in it.
People never really seem to get this, but the simplest things. To be different, all you got to be is who you are. Mm-hmm. To be different, all you got to do is be. All I'm trying to do, honestly, is be who I am. I don't want to ask for permission. I refuse to ask for permission to be what I'm supposed to do. Well, this might be funny. I should pass it by the decency committee to see if they're gonna approve this. And I hope they get back to me.
You're hurting us
because I got a show at 7 o'clock.
You're hurting us because we have that committee. It's called corporate lawyers.
Funny people never make the determinations. It's never right. It's not like people who run comedy or who are in charge of it are funny. Right. They're nerds. They've never been funny in their lives, so they're making determinations on what's appropriate.
We don't walk into the lawyer's office and he sits there, squeezes something, and his tie pops up, and he's just having a blast. He squirts us with a carnation and tells us we can do any bit we want.
Oh, he's awful.
It never happens. Those lawyers are nothing but granite.
They're just cadavers. Body spoke.
They're dead.
Shake our hand.
A little party zapper. Wouldn't that be funny? Sit down. Whoopee cushion.
You know what makes us the most uncomfortable is sex, race. Like sex, you'll always hear about some right-wing Republican who was like he's some right-wing nut job who was pro-family and against this, and you'll find out he's screwing hookers.
Or maybe something's on his computer and
Mark Foley, that Republican, that naughty boy that Mark Foley was.
You're a naughty boy.
David Vitter,
Bill O'Reilly and his trouble that we all
Bill O'Reilly swept that under the carpet with a little settlement.
And now he's wearing a wedding ring. You see that?
Yeah. Well, he's a family guy. Come on. Give me a break. It's hypocrisy,
and
man.
His sister used to come to the office with a Little League chest protector on. I don't understand him. And I'm not. The greatest thing about what I get to do is I don't ever take myself seriously. I don't ever believe that what I'm saying is important, and I never believe I'm as good as I think I am, or I never believe I'm as bad as they say I am. I believe that if you don't like what I'm saying, you won't come see me, and if you do, you will, and I'm not gonna kiss your ass either way. If you don't, fuck you. I mean,
hey.
Oh, I'm sorry, but that was for the 8 o'clock.
Yeah. Right.
By the way, I don't want that.
That actually got
I ain't got the $200,000.
It got through on XM. Do you have to get out of here?
No, man, I'm staying.
Oh, someone said you have to leave at 8:25.
I don't work for nobody.
I'm not kidding. I got to know. You have
it's
to.
him. He's the guy.
DL has to leave at 8:30.
Wait, I have to protest me.
Yeah, he's protesting. He's got to pick it.
Hey, Red, I gotta.
I know that was your out. Just in case it wasn't going well. Look, guys, I got to be out at 8:30.
Wait, what? Does he have more press?
No, he's right here.
No, I know. Why am I asking
He's
Eric?
the guy.
Eric.
No, I'm saying
I got to talk to me. Hang on.
Yeah, he's going to have a meeting with himself.
Greg's just creepy. He just brings people around.
Hey, Jim, so I want y'all to get somebody to come cover me, protest myself for the camera.
That would be hilarious.
You know what would be funny
really
if you had like a wig on and nobody recognized you and you were out there with a thing. And I think
and they question you.
All right, we got to take a quick break. Why are you marching in?
He does have to leave.
Why?
You really have to leave?
Says who?
He doesn't even know this.
DL doesn't want to leave.
I'm not leaving.
Says Greg.
Wait, well, get Greg in here.
Greg.
Let's get to the bottom
Well,
of
let's
this.
see what- 'cause
This is what
obviously-
we do with our show.
obviously-
E-Rock, what do you know?
There may be something else.
You know more than D.L. Hughley
What does
himself.
E-Rock know?
What?
All right, this will be a tidy 2 seconds.
Greg Charles told us that he had to leave at 8:30. He has some
Hey
other
man,
places to go.
look at that. Look at there's always somebody telling somebody what to do. He's got to. It's got to happen. Why?
gotta go.
I don't know because it has to. But nobody can ever tell you why anything has to happen. Just,
No, it just has to.
I'm
We
thinking
get
you
through
have to be on
things.
TV or something.
Oh, no.
I'm thinking TV for, yeah.
Now let's watch it funny if he comes in. Well, DL has Good Morning America in 15 minutes. You know what? That was a good point.
Yeah, it should be gone.
Here comes Greg Charles.
Greg Charles.
Greg.
All right, why does
Say
D.L.
Greg.
Hughley have to leave?
Yeah, we saw him in a suit the other day. He's like, I had to go to a meeting.
I did. I got dragged. First of all, nothing says I didn't shower like a collared shirt and a baseball hat.
Why does he have to leave?
We actually had him scheduled to do something else down the block.
What?
Hot 97.
Oh.
Oh, you said it on the air too.
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
Oh, boy. See,
Well,
now
if
we
you
got-
want to hear DL,
Now
a
we
little
got
more of
problem.
DL,
Yeah.
tune over to Hot 97.
See, we'll even plug your appearance on Hot 97. Sorry. Now look at DL.
Well, in fairness, we did ask. Greg doesn't know. He's a sweet boy.
Right.
We did ask him, and he didn't want to come in and lie.
All right.
Yeah, I would never lie.
I mean,
to you
granted,
guys.
that was a debacle what you just did.
Well, that's
I wanted to be honest. And they were asking.
And it
me,
does
"That's
take
gotta
a
be
little
right."
while to put your
how about-
Kevlar on before you head over.
How about this? We're going to break. DL might be here when we get back.
Right,
He might not.
right.
Ah.
But he's
If we can talk to the man.
Right. He's definitely playing Caroline's all weekend long. I can't wait to see it, DL. I'm going to be there. 212-757-4100.
Yes,
sir.
And it's tonight, 2 shows. Tomorrow, Saturday, there's 3 shows. And Sunday, 8 o'clock, there's 1 show. Obviously, DL's a theater act, so these will all sell out because usually don't do clubs, usually do
No,
theaters.
but I love Carolines and I can't wait.
Right on.
I'm coming to pick at me. So
All right.
And
cool.
DL, real quick, also promoting on BET, SOB, Socially Offensive Behavior, premieres a week from Wednesday on July 25th. At 10 o'clock p.m. and it's Wednesday nights after that. And
Thanks, man.
I love the way you look at comedy and the way you
Thank you,
look at
man.
yourself.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's great.
Thank you.
I don't get
Great
BET.
comment.
Why?
The ghost of my father comes in and shuts it off. What the hell are you doing?
What kind of music is that?
Knock that off.
And did we say watch him on HBO in September?
Yes, September 29th.
I heard his special was unbelievable. so-
Hopefully, we will be able to talk to him before.
Yeah,
then.
come on back because I know you're leaving us.
Yeah. No, man. I'm gonna stay.
It'll be a nice surprise if you're here
All
after
right,
the
we'll
break.
see. All
DL
right.
Hughley, everyone at
Let's see
Caroline.
if he believes what he's saying. Let's see. Tune in.
It's Opie and Anthony.